Hello, comrades. In this episode of Dwarf Fortress, the dwarves of GraveGate finally launch a full-scale attack on the Tower of Arrow planet. Do we get the book that we're looking for? Stay tuned to find out. Like, subscribe, and comment. Love you. We need to try socialism. Also, you may have noticed something at the top of the screen. Right now, we're raising funds for Trans Lifeline in defiance of the incoming regime. Because let's face it, shit's fucked right now, and people at Trans Lifeline are gonna need all the help they can get. So if you have spare money, it takes $1,000 a day to maintain Trans Lifeline's operations. Please consider donating if you can. They need the money more than I do. I appreciate your donations, obviously, but they also need it real bad right now. Remember how everyone in almost every position got fired within 2 to 5 months? Yep, I remember, because literally everybody was everybody was either incompetent or they didn't kiss his ass enough. All right. Welcome back, YouTube. It is another episode of GraveGate. So we return to the world of Ilathumuya, the domain of typhoons, and the fortress of Mondulainod, or GraveGate. Enjoyed the slimy Italian? What was his name? Scaramucci, I think? Zelda, you want a treat? Wow. Yeah. Great America that Orange Man keeps appealing to was strong unions, high taxes on the rich, and just all of that shit. Strong unions, fewer billionaires, higher taxes on the rich, more government projects, all things that just all things that helped make us great. We built the interstate. We went to the fucking moon. All of that shit. Anyway. Okay, so last time, between this episode and last, I did play just a teeny bit offline. And I will explain why. I wanted to get something done, but I also didn't want to waste your time with me doing a whole bunch of watching YouTube tutorials. So here is GraveGate's first ever minecart system. So what this will do is dwarves will gather ore and limestone here. The dwarves will then take it over to the minecart, and then the minecart will tip left. And then what that will do is it will send the ore all the way down this massive. It's basically like a laundry chute, but for ore. Right down to the bottom here. And so once it's here, the dwarves can simply pick up the ore and gather it here in this stockpile. And the reason we want it here is because of this. Magma. The forgers will be able to use the magma without relying on fuel, so we can make as much steel as we want here. Hey, welcome back. Should I call you Lilith? It is indeed the hot stuff. It allows us to do unlimited fuel. And we can also use it to dump our garbage in without needing an atom smasher. And then one other thing happened while we were offline. So, does anybody remember what I said about the Weaponsmiths Guild? You like this name better than Jane? Good. Okay, so when anybody says that they want to try a different name, I like to do a little bit of a exposure therapy. See if it sounds good in their ears. So, let's try it. Hi, Lilith. Are you having a good evening today, Lilith? I found a really good recipe for potato salad today, Lilith. Are you going anywhere special today, this weekend, Lilith? You like the Atom Smashers? I mean, the Atom Smashers do serve their own funny purposes. Just said Atom Smasher and you felt your blood pressure spike. Oh yeah, good old. I love the Dwarven Atom Smashers. They are a lot of fun. But yeah, let's see. Here's my Atom Smasher. I need to reset that. But yeah, one other thing happened. Do you remember the Weaponsmiths Guild that we made here? And how all the children have been hanging out here and learning how to smith? Well, one of those children had a strange mood. And usually, if a child has a strange mood and they don't have any skills, they usually make an artifact that's like a piece of jewelry or something. But no, because that dwarven child, a 3-year-old child, this one here, Zan Frenzy Mansion, because he had some skills in weaponsmithing, he claimed this forge and he made an artifact. Let's take a look at it. Salul Kab Dumor Nabreth. Also, yeah, in Dwarven that translates to skin named the haunt of skirts. And it is a gold mace. In terms of blunt weapons, that's in terms of weapons, that is really, really good. Because blunt weapons go off of the density of the metal that's being used. And so it's even better than a silver mace. It's better than steel. The fact that it's an artifact makes it even better because of the increased weapon accuracy. Oh yeah, that's definitely going to a captain. This is a gold mace. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with rectangular jet cabochons and baguette-cut sardonyxes, decorated with pig leather and pig bone, and encircled with bands of gold, armadillo bone, and hazelwood. On the item is an image of circles in lavender jade. What a weapon! And now this child is a legendary weaponsmith. Once he is an adult, he will be able to join the guild as a full-time weaponsmith and produce fascinating and powerful weaponry. So, Freya, if you're still here, your dwarf, Aurelia of GraveGate, is going to get a new weapon. They are going to, we're going to replace their steel warhammer with a specific weapon, Salul Kab Dumur Nabreth. Did that 3-year-old have gray hair and a beard? It sure did. Let's take a look at them. Ah, his hair is gold, apparently. That is what the game considers to be gold. Every child is born with a beard, including the females, which is not a thing that the standard game does. I added in a mod to allow ladies to have beards as well, because honestly, I think it's dumb that ladies don't get beards in this game. They're dwarves. Everyone should get beards if they want them. Also, we're doing a little bit of construction work. As you can see, I'm adding in another wall around the wooden palisade. We're going to replace the wooden wall with a jet wall, and then we'll rip down the wooden wall because jet looks better than wood for the outside of the tower. Hello, La Tape Player. How you doing? Yeah, we're digging out a whole bunch more jet in order to continue building the tower.
Apathy is death.
Apathy is death. We're working on digging in a whole bunch of places. You have a new political theory. The secret to world peace is weed brownies, Daft Punk, and good headphones. Well done. You have the political opinion of a hippie who lived in the 1990s and early 2000s. Honestly, like that's that hippie who was in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. You forgot Dwarf Fortress has a real UI? Yeah, they updated it and it looks so good now. Alright, let's see. Where is Aurelia? Was that the TikTok voice? It might have been. Yes, it was. Okay, so she is now... Okay, the only problem with this is that Aurelia is going to have to relearn her skills because she is a hammer dwarf, not a mace dwarf. So, yeah. She's going to have to learn how to use the new artifact, but once she does, she will be unstoppable. I mean, honestly, global leaders should not be above being humiliated. We should absolutely seek to ridicule our political leaders from time to time. We're gonna put a couple of the zombie dwarfs in here to try and, yeah, partly to destroy the zombie dwarfs, and also partly to train up our people. Solve a lot of things with a worldwide renter strike. Yeah, honestly, like a combination of that kind of action would solve a lot of our problems. The more we work together, the more we can take back power from the capital class. And Bernie was there as well, saying that like the biggest problem is not the woke people. It's not, you know, standing up for trans people. It's not going too far to the left. It's not going left enough. Okay, looks like we're adding limestone to this so that we can then throw the limestone into the minecart, and then yeah, there we go. You see that chunk of limonite there? It's going all the way down, and now it joins the rest of the stone down here in this stockpile, and then boom, we're good. Although that said, I should probably wall that area back up. It's probably a health and safety hazard if dwarves can just go in and out of the mine shaft, you know? Because if ore is getting dropped on them, that's a surefire way to die. Oh my gods. Is there a risk of falling rocks? There absolutely is a risk of falling rocks, and that's why I'm trying to wall that area up. All right, one more block there should do it. Fantasy dwarves known for digging, and digging kicks up a lot of dust. Yeah, like the beard acts as a filter. Like honestly, that's really smart. Alright, now we just start smelting limonite and hematite down here. Although we probably shouldn't start doing that yet. We need to get this all properly set up. My plan is to expand the level of forges over this area. The kitty has awoken. Yeah, now she is just staring. We're going to expand, and then we've got a few ideas for different things here. Rovod Tathnatil, the ghostly dwarven child, is following Medtob Thobtorad, the weaponsmith. Huh. Okay. Let's get another slab engraved. Apparently, we've got a couple of people who are in need of slabs. So let's get those engraved, and we'll get them moved on. That makes good sense, Fractor. Okay, so this whole area, we're gonna make these into rooms for the different weaponsmiths who will live down here. The weaponsmiths, the forge operators, the other like metal crafters will all live down here, close to the forges, so they have they can get to work real quick. This area will be a new weaponsmiths guild. This area here will be a tavern where they can hang out. And then this here will probably be a temple to like no particular religion, just so they want to, in case they want to worship down here. We're going to expand it to have room for like craftsdwarf workshops to decorate their stuff with bone and like with gems. And then over here, this area is going to be an obsidian generator. You might be wondering, what the hell is an obsidian generator? Well, shut up and I'll tell you. An obsidian generator is where, if we dig a channel here, obsidian will flow into this big recess here. And then we'll combine it with water from the caverns up here. When water and magma combine in this game, they make obsidian. And then we can dig out the obsidian and use it for other cool things. One of the things that I want to use it for is, well, there is a goddess in this particular world, and let me see here. I was doing some research offline, like looking at the mythology of this particular world, and there is a goddess that I took a special interest in. Yeah, like you can make weapons out of it, but it really doesn't. Don't I need the magma for the forge? There's plenty of it. It's essentially an unlimited sea. So there is a goddess in this world called Gleamglow. She is the goddess of fire and volcanoes, and she takes the form of a magma crab. Now you may be wondering to yourself, Lola, what the hell is a magma crab? Well, shut up and I'll tell you. It is a crab that exists in magma. That's literally it. It's like a winged crustacean that swims through lava, and it breathes and it can spit molten basalt. Molten fucking basalt. And it does that as basically a ranged attack. Really, yeah, it's exactly what it says on the tin. Now, magma crabs, they can be really dangerous if you're not prepared to take them on. Like unarmored dwarves will just melt in the presence of magma crabs. But if you're prepared and you're careful, you can deal with them no problem. Okay. Something else that I've been preparing is I put in when I paused the game before, I built a few things up here. Now this here is going to be Uzol the Ambitious's personal library. How does one deal with one? Steel armor? Basically, yeah. If a dwarf is able to block the projectile attack, then it basically gets then it basically won't affect them. If they're able to dodge or block it with like a shield or something, then they'll be fine. And then magma crabs by themselves are very fragile. All they have is like a chitinous exoskeleton, so one good hard hit with most weapons will take them out. Ow. But yeah, this here is going to be Uzol's personal library. This is going to be reserved for one book and one book only. And that book is going to be the Necromancer's book that contains the secrets of life and death. because the leader of our fortress, who started off as expedition leader and clawed her way up to the position of countess, she wants to be a necromancer someday. And she wants to be a necromancer because she has seen what has happened to her fortress's civilization. Like her civilization, the Key of Slaughters, is famous for being incredibly, and I mean incredibly, corrupt. There are so many people who have been corrupted by various agents of the undead that she has decided that the only way to save her fortress and her people from corruption is if she creates a strong fortress here, and she uses her own power to become a better necromancer than the rest of them. It's like, does she have noble aims? Kind of. But are those aims also incredibly selfish? Yes, absolutely. But there's nothing to say that she cannot serve two different purposes: the pursuit of personal power and the pursuit of saving her civilization. And so this time, I'm really hoping that we've satisfied the conditions to get the king to show up. Because the king is, the king of the Key of Slaughters is a very unremarkable person in terms of world history. He's not really done a whole lot. And if you look at the civilization-like history of the Key of Slaughters, we know that they have been famously corrupted time and time again. And so she blames the king for all this. Don't remember what coding language is making fun, but the 40-second character is which you make it. The answer to life is what you make it. Okay. I mean, that... Ooh. Why is she dead? There wasn't a fight that took place, was there? Okay, you know what? This I will use console commands for. Death cause. The Cardinal Man Enina Leriamama died of old age in the year 319. Oh, wow. He won. You know what? In Dwarf Fortress, if you die of old age, I think you get to say that you won the game. Well, she wasn't personally 319. She was just, like, she died in the year 319. But yeah, well done. Like, that's phenomenal. Oh boy. The dead walk. Hide while you still can. Okay. But yeah, just to come back to like the 42 and it is what you make it. I just want to say that that's not actually what that isn't what Douglas Adams was going for when he made the joke about 42. It's literally just meant to be. Thank you for the head pats. It's meant to be like a nonsense answer. Like he wasn't trying to be deep or clever. He wasn't trying to, like, he was just making an unexpected joke. Like, one person actually tried to point out that 42 works as the answer to life, the universe, and everything if you do it in base 10. If you do it in, I think it was base 4 or something like that. And his response to that was like, I may be a nerd, but at least I don't make jokes in base 4. So yeah, he was not here. He was just being, he picked a number just at random. Look at all that ore. This is filling up really fast. Okay, okay. So we're gonna unpause. We're gonna let the dead get close, and we're gonna assemble all of our soldiers here by the gates. Our combined might will surely see these undead interlopers destroyed. After all, we beat them once. We can certainly beat them again. Oh, that's a lot of them though. Okay, okay. Let's take a look and see what's going on here. We've got okay, like an axe dwarf with like a bunch of the fight here. What the fuck are those things? We'll find out. And here we have a necromancer. A hammer dwarf. He's got a silver warhammer, iron armor. So these things are necromancer experiments. Lynn, the Nightmare of Tar. A very large feathered maggot. It has wings. Its charcoal feathers are patchy. This night creature was first created accidentally by the human necromancer Tar Overroom of Arrowplanet after horrible experiments gone wrong on beak dogs in Gearburn in the year 156. It's 239 years old. We need to put this thing out of its misery. And then He-Men, the monster of Necaspa. A very large, hairy primate. It has a long, curving horn. Its black hair is patchy. This night creature was first created by the dwarven necromancer Stukos Coal Cages of Arrowplanet after horrible experiments on reindeer in Sounded Showered in the year 124. What the fuck did you do to a reindeer to turn it into this monstrosity? So, here's why I'm not particularly worried. The zombies are gonna have to come across the river. They'll hit those cage traps, and then they'll meet us all where we're all concentrated here in our best numbers. Hello, Lavilli, how you doing? Just got back. What did I burn? Nothing, but we are being attacked by the undead. That is a big wave of zombies. I guess the necromancers are a little concerned that we've been stealing their books. Oh. One of them just resurrected a cat's head. Necromancer brought back a cat's head as a zombie. Necromancers, they are fucking terrifying sometimes. I can burn them? I mean, I can. Certainly. Okay, there goes one in a cage trap. Well, and there's a cat. That cat's about to fucking die. So fire will work on them. Yes. Zombies don't have to worry about blood, so you really just have to, like, pulverize them or, like, break them apart. Necromancers you can kill fairly well. All of those, like, nightmare creatures they brought with them are organic. So, while there are a lot of them, while there are a lot of these creatures, they are organic, which means that they have blood, they have organs, and they can feel pain. Oh, there's more of them now. Stukos's experiment. A scaly blob. It has 3 short tails. Its charcoal scales are blocky and close set. This night creature was first created accidentally by the dwarven necromancer Stukos coal cages of Arrow-platted, after horrible experiments gone wrong on humans in Sounded Showered. It has no mouth, and it must scream. And then Overroom's dog. A scaly primate. It has large mandibles. Its charcoal scales are jagged and close set. This night creature was first created by the human necromancer Tar Overroom after horrible experiments on dogs in Mighty Crest. Truly, these are some nightmarish abominations. We are going to have to put these things out of the... Oh my god, why are people outside? Get in the burrow. You fools. Zombies do not feel pain, but the necromancer experiments do. I think we can also butcher them up. Like, we might be able to get meat and leather from these things. Only one way to find out. Very free range out here. Yeah. We've Oh. Who are they attacking? Oh shit, what is Villy doing out there? Oh no. Oh no. Should have obeyed the burrow orders. Alright, dwarves, we cannot allow Villy to be killed out there. Go forth and kill them. Okay, so the one thing that we can do. Okay, he's got some like broken bones and bruises. His guts are mangled beyond recognition. I mean, so many woodcrafts for this town. I know. You do have you can pray to the gods. And by the gods, I mean me. We do have a redeem in chat for, that is called full heal / remove stress. And if we do that, then I can heal you. Apparently, Villy has already been fighting. The fact that Villy has a copper battle axe, that he's using it pretty well to fight.
.wav.
Carpenter hacks the peasant right hand in the single finger, and the severed part sails off in an arc. So he cut off he's attacking one of the dwarf lashes here. That's a and it looked like okay. By the power of the gods, you are made whole. And we're ordering everyone to go out and to kill. Villy is currently enraged at all enemies, which means that he will only use the slowest and most powerful attacks. Let's see what happens. Okay, he's received a few more bruises and a cut to his eye. His eye is fractured. Oh, jeez. Okay. But that's not life-threatening. Doesn't feel anything while in conflict. Is horrified after being attacked by the dead. Not sure how you fracture an eye. Quite nastily, I guess. Alright, The military is going out there. Sarvesh Tobal again, the spear dwarf, is leading the charge. Aurelia is right behind. It seems like they're too late. Billy's corpse has been mutilated. But you know what? We'll wait until... You know, I'm not gonna have you throw away 1,500 channel points just to just for that. We'll use a little more power of the gods to revive you here in a second. Now the mental trauma, that you'll have to live with. Thank you for the delicious egg. Aurelia is in a martial trance, which is going to help with her accuracy, because right now she's not all that skilled with this artifact weapon that she's been given. She's a competent mace dwarf, yes, but being in a martial trance and having a really powerful weapon will hopefully make up for all of that. Okay, we are crunching through zombies here. Combination of these legendary hammer dwarves and the in-training spear dwarves. Okay, necromancer experiments are falling just all over the place. The fact that we're outnumbered means that it just is more likely for us as dwarves to activate our martial trances. Whoa. Oh, and okay, we lost a spear dwarf. You know what? That's good odds considering everything right now. And there's our giant tiger that is joining the fight now. The big scaly blobs are joining the fight. Fikod, the swords dwarf here, is in a martial trance. The zombie cats, what the hell is this thing? It's dead is what it is. These things with the big the big feathered maggots are joining the fight. The thing is, these things may be horrifying, but at the end of the day, they're just they're no better than being just large animals, really. They feel pain, they can be killed, they can be impaled and bludgeoned to death, and they sure the hell are. Oh. We lost a hammer dwarf and a spear dwarf as well. Who's left? Who's left after all that? We got some ghosts in the fortress. There's a bow dwarf down here in the water, and apparently some of our dwarves are trying to swim to them. Oh my god. Parminder, the giant tiger's down there and is fighting as well. This is the problem with the river. That zombie is firing out of the water. 'Cause he doesn't drown. You know what, y'all saw nothing. Well, at least Parminder the giant tiger can swim. Alright, you. Get out of there. We're gonna kill you. This is quite the assault. It really is. We lost a fair few military here today. Okay, the siege is broken. Alright. The gods say once again that Vili shall live. He wakes up naked, angry at people, probably traumatized from all this. Almost certainly traumatized from all this. But he will live. Okay, well, I guess we need to replace someone for we need to replace someone in the gloved adventures. So let's go with this fish dissector. The tower guard lost 2 dwarves. We could put Transfem in there. She's a weaponsmith, but I suppose we should all be teaching our trans people how to defend themselves. So yeah, let's get her some training. Question: what is it, Lilith? And yeah, what happened? What happened was, you know, we'll say it was the power of the gods that that brought you back to life. All right, so now we begin the bloody work of getting all these corpses, and we're gonna melt down all of the armor and weapons. We have priests. Yes, there are indeed priests in this game. The priests work for like different gods, and yeah, it depends on what kind of temples we have in the game. Okay, we're gonna put a butcher's shop down here, and we're gonna see if this works. Put a tanner out here, see if that works too. So, for instance, we have a temple down here. The Chapel of Fragrances, part of the denomination of knowing, which is a, and we have Vukar here, who has the position of Sacred Wonder. And then over here, we have the Cathedral of Loss, which is part of the Goldenrod cult. Cathedral of Gloss, rather. We have several different gods in the fortress. But yeah, do you want me to make Vukar into a dwarf after you? Let's see, he is a Sacred Wonder. I could wait to see if we get somebody, we could get a priestess for a different cult. Cathedral of Gloss, better put that. No. Okay. It looks like, oh yeah, this elf here is grabbing one of those nightmare blobs and is gonna butcher it up. Yeah, we can literally butcher the necromancer experiments. It's a grisly thing to be sure, but we can do it. Does Cyrokinu have a dwarf? Good question. Not as of yet. But you can have a dwarf put into the game. All you have to do is select the channel redeem, which says "Put me in the game, coach," and I will happily put a dwarf in here, named after you. All right, yeah. Several of them have like a lot of like bronze armor and weapons here, so I will be happy to get those melted down. and repurposed into something better. What are the options? Let's see. We currently have doctors, scholars, weaponsmiths. We've got an animal trainer. We have, we have doctors, crafts dwarves. We've got a whole bunch of children. Dyers. We've got dancers, performers, farmers, fisher dwarves, gem cutters. We've got a whole bunch of military dwarves, a few goblins, a few humans. We have a, where were they? I just saw them. A masked lovebird woman. We have a couple of masons, the city's mayor, mechanic, planters, farmers. So scholars hang out in the library, and they like to discuss intellectual stuff. They will also they'll read books, and occasionally they will write books. They will be our fortress's future. So let's see. Do we have any scholars who? Okay, here we go. You shall be Cyrocinu of GraveGate. Ah, she is tall and very fat. Her very long beard is neatly combed. Her very long sideburns are braided. Her long mustache is arranged in double braids. Her somewhat narrow nose is extremely long. Her ears are slightly flattened. Her slightly close-set gold eyes are slightly sunken. Her hair is burnt sienna. She has an iron will and a great sense of empathy, but an iffy sense for music and meager creativity. She is impervious to the effects of stress after seeing a raven man die. She rarely develops negative feelings toward things, rarely looks on others with lust, is quite polite, often feels discouraged, doesn't mind a little tumult and discord in day-to-day living, does not have a great aesthetic sensitivity, and is conflicted by this since she values artwork, is often nervous after experiencing trauma, generally acts impartially and is rarely moved to mercy, is often cheerful, and doesn't seek out excitement. Yours is the will that will pierce the heavens. She personally has great respect for fairness, values loyalty, respects perseverance, and believes it is important to conceal emotions and refrain from complaining. She dreams of mastering a skill. She likes gypsum plaster, black bronze, tanzanite, alpaca wool, the color vermilion, waves, tables, crowns, the words of the strong spike, the sound of the rhyming chant, and the sight of the boulder of caves. When possible, she prefers to consume sandpear cider and absolutely detests leeches. Welcome to the fortress, Cyrocinu. You have a modest quarters down here. Apparently you need a cabinet, because I have not given one out yet, so we'll have this really well-decorated cabinet put in place there. We gotta spruce up the room a little. All right, let's see. We got some memorial slabs that we need to put out here. We shall be triumphant today, and we'll remember the fallen here. Look at this. Look at all of this skin and meat and fat that we are getting off of these creatures, and like leather from their hides. We actually could end up being getting quite a bit of stuff out of this. Although it does make me wonder if we will get anything from, if we'll see the elves this year. I honestly don't think so, because we really annoyed them last year by taking their stuff. Still, I suppose it could be worse. Okay, putting the ghostly woodcutters to rest. Yes, dwarves versus elves. 'Tis a rivalry as old as time itself. Oh, they actually have brought a caravan. They are here to trade. Now that is quite the surprise. I did not expect them to actually show up this year. Okay, we're gonna put a magma glass furnace and a magma kiln down here, just to finish this all off. Take advantage of all that magma. All right, dwarves. I guess since the elves are here, we may as well see if they have anything that they'll trade this year. I guess try not to offend them again. Although really it was them who offended us. They chose not to bring any good stuff with them. If we, if we're lucky, they might end up having some good stuff this time. Yeah, probably not. Alright, we'll make some iron coins real quick, just to give them something to trade. On the off chance that they have anything good. Don't mind all the butchery that's going on out here. In fact, we probably need more barrels for food. Senshi and Fornea are going to be working overtime to make some new, like, monster food. Wait, hang on. Why is that being cancelled? Needs unrotten cookable solid food item in linked stockpile. We'll take items from here. Which one is stockpile 14? Okay, you know what? That's fine. We'll give items to here. Okay. Try again. There we go. Uzol the Ambitious has imposed a ban on bucklers. Okay. We also need to make querns and spears. Okay. Rock querns, iron spears. Because we've got plenty of iron. We can work on that. Okay, walnuts, fruit. Once again, you come here bearing nothing that I cannot just take for myself. You bring a bunch of fruit. We don't want fruit. Well, the fruit is okay. That's fine. We're just gonna take it though. Now get the hell out of here. We want nothing more to do with you. I know, like, if they're elves, then usually they show up with something good, you know? At least bring some, at least bring some big, fearsome animals. You know, bring us lions, tigers, bring us, you know, gorillas. Bring us something that we can use to, you know, tear apart our enemies. But no. You just keep bringing up, you keep coming over here with your, like, vegan, you know, trading goods. We are unwilling to trade for nonsense. Diplomacy. We elves are partial in particular to the trees in the forests surrounding your land. Although we are loath to spare a single branch to your senseless slaughter, we are willing to ask that you cap your tree fells at 25 until next we meet. I will try to return next year as I am able. We cannot stop production just because of your quaint sensibilities. Yeah, this time, I've humored the elves long enough. It is time to give in to the ancestral rivalry that exists between the stunties and the pointies. I know, like, we could have negotiated for more, but no. These are our trees. You are allowed to leave now. Okay, we're gonna repaint this stockpile a bit to make room for more ore. They do count underground trees, even though they don't really... even though they're not the same thing. So yeah, they can fuck right off. Okay, one other thing that I want to make is some anvils. Because we're gonna ramp up our production down here. Yes, I know. Warm stone located. There's magma below you. Keep going. Yes, magma. It's directly below us, and we're using it as a zero emissions fuel, essentially. We can smelt all of the ore down here that we could ever want to. Right now, all this hematite and limonite is going to get smelted up into iron, and then we'll just we'll start making steel. Yeah, this whole area is going to be given over to forging and the like. Anybody can put ore through the forge here and make metal, but we're gonna make some like rooms down here specifically for the weaponsmiths. And Villy is gonna be busy because we've got some more beds to make. Okay, some iron cabinets and iron chests from all of the iron that we have stocked up, and some iron doors. Oh hey, big old veins of magnetite down here. That's another iron ore that we can use. Thawetha Ovabilalo, the human bard Mausoleum Slayer, is here. Another intelligent undead. Well, I guess that means that we are gonna have to interview them. But you know what? We already have another ad break coming up here. So Fawetha Singspines, that sounds like an elf name. 2 big cups of water. Good. Hydration is important. Okay, our captain of the guard should be taking this person to be interviewed real soon. They've come to pray, maybe. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a little ad break here. I will be, I'll be back in a bit. But yeah, get up, stretch your legs, grab a drink, do whatever it is that you need to do, and I will be right back.
In the case of nuclear or radiological fallout, people living around potential targets such as military bases and chemical plants may be advised to evacuate. Protection from radioactive fallout will require taking shelter in an underground area or in the middle of a large building. Fallout shelters can be any protected space where the walls and roof are thick and dense enough to absorb radiation. The more distance and time you put between you and the fallout particles, the better. After radiological or nuclear fallout, you shouldn't leave your shelter until officials say so. The length of your stay can range from a day or 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the extent of the contamination. People who are allowed to come out of hiding may be evacuated.
Alright, everybody, we're back. Alright, so, where were we? Okay, yeah, this intelligent undead. We've got someone coming to meet them. Asmel, the captain of the guard, who replaced the previous captain of the guard when it turned out that captain of the guard was hopelessly corrupt. Where are you, Asmel? There you are. Let's make some wooden crafts, just to piss off the elves a little more. Alright, now we lock the doors. You're going to meow? Meow. Yeah? Meow, 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 meow. Meow. Let's see what our captain of the guard had to say. Met with subject. Made intimidating remarks in order to elicit information. Subject was too afraid not to comply. Subject revealed that Fairweather Sing Pines is in fact an assumed identity. Subject's true name is Spishab Forestadors. In the early summer of 57, wow, this being is like hundreds of years old. Subject attempted to corrupt an unidentified creature in splatter circles. And in the year 318, they plotted to infiltrate the Pale Jesters in order to steal treasures and prepare a coup. Alright. I think in these cases, yeah, the fact that they have they've admitted, we should probably just kill them. But let's see what their sentence says. Fairweather, you well, if that is your real name, we know it's not. Let's see what your sentence is. 50 hammer strikes. Oh boy. Oh boy, the hammer is gonna be eaten good. Okay, Mr. Hammerer, you are relieved of your other duties. I need you to stop doing what you're currently doing. It's very important that you go and beat this criminal. Okay, I'm gonna forbid this boulder, so they should drop it. They are not dropping it. Okay, there we go. Okay, no, apparently not. This visitor is ready to leave? Well, I'm not ready for this visitor to leave. Let's, you know what? Let's detain them a little bit longer. In fact, we're gonna lock the doors here and prevent them from leaving. Now we're gonna see what happens to the hammerer. Okay, looks like they're stuck. So now let's check out the hammerer. Look, my guy, I don't need you to smelt any ore. I need you to do your appointed job of beating someone with a hammer 50 times. You've got a superior quality silver warhammer, and I need you to do this because you are the only person who's probably going to be able to kill that that undead without it being a real struggle for you. Oh, Sitter's down here smelting. Okay, yeah. That's fine. Okay. Why does it say chain when they're sentenced to 50 hammer strikes? Like, 50 hammer strikes is not something that you need to chain someone down for. Looks like now she's just kind of wandering because she doesn't know what to do with herself. Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah, he's just gonna go and, like, chain her up. The elves come around and get mad at the trees for being cut down. They sure did, Jukiholic. Okay, here we go. Oh shit. The Forgotten Beast Mothi has come. A huge skinless chameleon. It has a round shell and it has a bloated body. Beware, it's deadly dust. I should execute criminal. Okay. Let's see what happens. It does, yeah, the hammerer does have a silver warhammer, so I mean, I don't know where they're going. They've got their hammer right here. Okay. Mothi should not be able to reach anybody. Except for the reptile people. You know what? That's fine. Oh no, wait, there's another Forgotten Beast. Oh, and it's on fire. Okay, yeah, he's definitely gonna die. Yeah, not even worth gambling channel points on. If he catches fire, then yeah, it's all over. And it's over. Yeah, I did not even need to pause the game to do that. That fire-breathing Forgotten Beast. It was seriously a kaiju battle on stream right now. Yeah, and I love when two Forgotten Beasts encounter one another, because usually I like to do what is known as a Friday night Forgotten Beast fight. But this time, when one of them is a fire breather, it just does not work. You know, it's not as It's not as useful, you know? Where the hell are you going? The criminal you're supposed to be executing is in jail. Why are you taking an iron maul to do this when you have a perfectly good silver warhammer strapped to your body? Still, an iron maul will probably do the job pretty well. Like, no, the silver warhammer is ceremonial. I have chosen this particular weapon Because that's what I want, I guess. Does he have a preference for moles? Oh. The Forgotten Beast Lon Etsu Spanu has come. A gigantic humanoid composed of black sand. It has large mandibles and it has a gaunt appearance. Beware. It's webs. Now that's a creature that could be a problem. One of them spits fire, the other spits webs. Now it's time for potentially a Friday night for Forgotten Beast fight. Oh, it's already gone. Okay, we'll keep an eye on the caverns. Oh, and it's back.
Trans rights. Fuck turfs.
Hell yeah, Soda Pop, how you doing? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and those that lie betwixt and outside. We're gonna do another Friday night Forgotten Beast fight! So on the one hand, we have Lots, the Sandman, who spits webs. On the other, we have oh shit, where is it? Where did it go? It was literally just there. Okay, you know what? We're gonna allow it to find the other Forgotten Beast. We'll get the name, and then we'll do the prediction. If he loses, it's a pitiful subscribe. You going for the webs? Oh man, like honestly, like the webs are kind of a this is very much like a dark horse, because this guy's a humanoid. And he's composed of sand. Oh, he's found a reptile man, and he is just murdering it. Oh, he is fighting lizard people that we cannot see. Oh, he's already killed like 3 of them. And then he's dead. Okay, never mind. 4 lizard people dead, and then he himself is also dead. Oh man, you know, I was hoping for a little bit more than that. How do you get them if they're forgotten? Will you just not remember who they are? I know, he fell before we could have any fight. Okay, like, in his defense, he's made of sand. You know, though these guys had like copper, silver, iron spears. Let's take a look at what his combat log looked like. Forgotten Beast Lon.
Thank you for being a good little son.
Oh well, thank you for subbing anyway, Juki. I appreciate you. Enjoy the ad-free viewing, the emotes, the free sounds, and being an arsonist. Hello, Tommy. How you doing? Let's see. Forgotten Beast bites the reptile man in the lower arm, punches them in the left hand, punches them. Once again, you're exploding different parts. Bites a reptile man in the head. The injured part collapses into gore. kicks another reptile woman in the head, which explodes, kicks another reptile man in the head, which explodes, bites another one in the head, which collapses, punches a reptile spearman in the head, injured part collapses, kicks another reptile spearwoman in the head, collapses, kicks a reptile spearwoman in the head, injured part explodes.
It just works.
It just works. Kicks a reptile spearwoman in the head, it explodes into gore. Punches a reptile spearman in the head, it explodes into gore. Bites a reptile spearman in the head, explodes into gore. And then a reptile spearman stabs the Forgotten Beast in the left lower arm, the severed part sails off in an arc. Well, yeah, it's made of sand. Reptile spearwoman scratches the Forgotten Beast in the leg, breaking away a bit of tissue. Kicks a reptile man in the hand, bruising the muscle. Reptile spearwoman stabs the Forgotten Beast in the left lower leg, the severed part sails off. Stabs the Forgotten Beast in the right upper arm, breaks away a bit of tissue. Forgotten Beast falls over. Forgotten Beast strikes, gets blocked. Stabs the Forgotten Beast in the lower body, breaks away some tissue. Bashes the Forgotten Beast in the right foot, the foot sails off. Stabs the right lower arm, the severed part sails off. Stabs the left upper arm, breaking away the tissue. Stabs the upper body, breaks more away. Then scratches them in the head, breaking away a bit of the tissue. The force bends the neck and the severed part sails off in an arc. Like, yeah, this Forgotten Beast was smart. It knew what it was doing. It was webbing them up and then going for the head with cold, calculated strikes over and over again. And only after the reptile people got lucky were they able to tear this thing apart. It was a glass cannon, and it did its job really well. Hello there, Squeonka. Downed enemies get their head targeted. It's true. And what we can't see from here is just how many of them got webbed up by this Forgotten Beast's web attacks. Oh no, the child who made that gold mace is apparently sunk into depression. Tattered clothing is part of it. Thinking roundhouse kicks before they got what they deserved. Absolutely. There were, yeah, heads were just being pulped everywhere. Okay, we've got plenty of leather. And we've got plenty of cloth. I think it's time we start making some more clothing. So let's get to it. We've got a lot of dwarves in this fortress now, so we really need to get around to helping them out with their attire. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Squeonka. It is good to meet another Dwarf Fortress enthusiast. Were you looking for other Dwarf Fortress streamers? Yeah, I definitely need to upgrade the clothing industry, considering how few of these, the places I actually have. But don't worry. Part of me moving all the smithing downstairs to where the magma is I'm also going to be able to make more like clothing stuff upstairs. Like Dwarf Fortress, like to look at people's forts and gives ideas. I like that. All right, so yeah, we're gonna remove the forges from up here, and we're gonna put them downstairs, and we'll use the anvils to make more anvils. So this is the fortress of Mondulinod, or GraveGate. It's a fortress created by a group of dwarves called the Key of Slaughters. The Key of Slaughters have a notorious history for being a civilization of dwarves that is easily corrupted by those that seek power over it. And so the dwarf leading this fortress has decided that enough is enough. She wishes to become a necromancer so that she can maintain an iron grip over her civilization. To that end, we've been building a giant tower up above. And this is where she lives. We're also raiding a local tower with the intent to steal one of their books that has the secrets of life and death. Does making gloves make pairs? I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure that it does make pairs. Like, I'm about like 90% sure. Yep, okay, gotcha, yeah. I think it's also the same for boots. Okay, we don't need the smelters up here anymore. So yeah, we're just gonna transition to having all of those downstairs. So yeah, like that's the concept for this fortress. And yeah, I may be like, this may be a really basic thing. We will go night. Yeah, have a great rest of your night, Fracta. Enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy your weekend. But yeah, one of the things that I like about this fortress is it's my first experiment with a really basic minecart. This is where all the fluxstone and ore is being put, and then people take the ore over to the minecart, they push it this way, and then the ore travels down basically 25 Z levels. And then we have access to all the magma down here, and then we just we smelt it all locally. I know that by minecart standards it's basic as hell, but since it's my first ever minecart, I'm really happy with it. Okay, what the? Oh. She's been put in a cage after being seriously injured. Huh. I guess 50 hammer strikes wasn't enough for her. Will be a good arena for Forgotten Beast fights in Dwarf Fortress. If you're able to get them lured away to an open area that like no one else is in, that's good. Otherwise, like, if you can find a way to lure them both in with like a expendable living creature, I would recommend that. Okay, we've got a new visitor, Iskak Babale. 2 levels for flying beasts. Yeah, just to give them a bit of room to maneuver. If you want it to be like somewhat, if the only problem with that is Forgotten Beasts that have fire will almost always win, because once a creature is on fire, they basically stop acting and they let themselves get pummeled to shit. So you could probably have somewhere that has like a mist generator in, or like somewhere that is partly submerged in water, just to make sure that like a breath of fire doesn't completely eliminate the challenge.
You know, now it's winter and it's really time for you to go.
At least that's my opinion. Although, speaking of Forgotten Beasts, one thing I definitely want to do here is I want to create a silk farm. Some migrants have arrived despite the danger. Excellent. A brewer. A cheesemaker. A carpenter. A presser. An animal trainer. Cool. An animal caretaker. There's also a pretty good furnace operator. A mechanic. A brewer. A glazer. Pool of water in the center. For the dwarves, I think the arena needs grates so they don't need to clean up the blood. That's a pretty good idea. Farmer. Okay, we're up to 173 dwarves. The mountain home is sure to take notice of us this season. When the autumn comes around, they've got to notice our greatness. How many cats, though? A lot. You know, we've got a lot of cats. But if you're talking about how many cats you should use to distract a forgotten beast, I would say a couple. Like, as long as you've just like chained like a couple of them down, then that should be all that you need.
I lived a few weeks while she loved me.
All right, let's have a couple of clothiers' workshops over here then. The Temple of Knowing now wants a temple complex and a high priest. Okay, so they want a temple complex. That means that we're gonna have to get rid of these boring wooden tables and these stone chairs. I think we need something a little more fancy. Oh, gotcha, yeah. Yeah, Zelda's just kind of happy to be here and vibe. She also knows that since any time that I sit down and I talk at the funny box, that she occasionally gets rewarded with treats. So so when I'm up here streaming, she just kind of hangs out now. Yeah, you do. All right, we're gonna make a few gold statues to help spruce up the value of this place, and some silver ones. I don't have a whole lot of gold or silver because this entire mountain, like, and everywhere I've seen nothing but iron. All of the gold, all of the silver has either been the silver has basically all been imported, whether that's us trading for it with the humans or melting down stuff from attackers. All of it's basically been not from this mountain. Looks like the dwarves are really getting into the spirit of things here by helping to smooth all this place down. 'Cause yeah, down here is basically going to be the quarters for the Weaponsmiths Guild. It makes sense considering all of the magma is down here. So yeah, this place is going to be really. Oh. The Ware Monitor representative Moses Locum Estiel has come. A large monitor twisted into humanoid form. It is crazed for blood and flesh. Its eyes glow chartreuse. Its brown scales are small and overlapping. Now you will know why you fear the night. A Ware Monitor. So yeah, basically a big old humanoid lizard. It's carrying a pair of shields. No actual weapons, just shields. Okay, can we get everyone inside, please? Oh, okay, it dropped the shields. Where is it going? Not blood and flesh, I know, right? If it craved blood or flesh, like, maybe we could reach an agreement. And again, you can't really get one without the other. Okay, looks like it's just chasing some cats around. Yeah, we can't really allow it to live. All right, we're gonna send out the Gloved Adventures, our elite Hammer Dwarfs crew. Well, here we go. These dwarves are almost all Hammerlords except for Aurelia here, who is our militia captain and is equipped with an artifact gold mace. It's already bleeding. Let's take a look at the combat logs. I think the bank teller would hate you for what you're going to do in a few months. Oh, you mean like changing your name? Maybe, but also it's not their job. Okay, representative misses the cat. Representative strangles the cat. Oof. Let's take a look. Hammerlord bashes them in the right foot, fracturing the bone. They fall over. Hammerlord bashes them in the left foot with her warhammer, fracturing the bone. Bashes them in the right upper arm, chipping the bone. Let's see. Aurelia bashes them in the right upper arm with her golden artifact mace, fracturing the bone. Let's check again. Representative keeps trying to strike, but they're either missing or getting blocked. Scratching. The Ware Monitor says, "I've been injured badly. There is no hope." Militia captain punches the representative in the left foot, and that part explodes. Oh, gotcha. Well, you know, maybe they'll be happy to have actual currency for once. Bashes them in the with the steel, bruising the muscle and bruising the heart. Left upper arm fracturing the bone. Okay, it's dead. Doesn't look like it managed to infect anyone. The killing blow was Hammerlord bashing a representative in the head with the steel warhammer, bruising the muscle, jamming the skull through the brain, and tearing the brain. Hard to get more definitive than a strike to the brain. All right, I guess we can let everyone out of the burrow. And we have a petition. The musical hall wants a guild hall. Maybe later. See, the Coinstars do charge you for depositing coins. Yes, they will always take a piece, so try not to use them if you can help it. Looks like the elves here are forging anvils so that we can get more anvils. We make anvils to make more forges so that we can make more anvils. Okay, yes, just keep mining. It's fine.
Hey, bitch!
Hello, Life Forcer. How you doing? Wait, pig iron still requires refined coal? Ah, that's bullshit. Okay. We'll put in like a separate thing for wood. We'll make a couple of wood burners down here. Oh, you know what else we can put down here? We can put querns down here. And then we can use them to grind up the bones for powder thanks to the mod that I've got in place. We can use bone powder and shell powder. Hey, that's a hefty chunk of change there. Telling the elves on me. Yeah, we already stole a whole bunch from them. I would be surprised if they didn't hate us already. Yeah, this is a nice setup. We're going to be melting all of the stuff down here. Okay, grind bones into powder. With the bones, we will have more than enough material to start making pig iron and steel again. Like, yeah, they've got their own versions of Coinstars, so they really should have no right to get mad at you. Exactly, Juki. Like it is literally your money. Do not feel guilty whatsoever for doing with your money what you deserve to do with it, you know? Ooh, okay, a steel spear. Just kind of left on the ground here. Alright, next time something tries to attack us, we're going to try and drop it into this pit here. Because that may look like an ordinary human, but it is in fact a were-llama.
Thank you for patronizing the cocktail lounge. Enjoy your stay.
Oh, well, Squeonga, thank you very much for the follow. I should throw a flaming bottle of love through the windows of your heart. Thank you for being follower number 1572. Like, yeah, you would be surprised how much of that process is automated. Like, it's kind of a similar process to, you know, there are machines that like farmers use to identify what kind of, like what produce is fresh and needs to be, what produce is fresh and which is not, and it will literally bounce out the It'll literally bounce out the ones that are not fresh or that are like spoiled in some way. So yeah, the technology has been here for basically forever. At least as far as we're concerned. Okay, yeah, is that like a Canadian law then? We've got 225 rolls of silk. Okay, we need to do something with that. We'll do some silk crafts. Okay, silk cloaks. I'm gonna make a bunch of those. Some silk coats. Silk dresses. Silk trousers. And let's also make some wool. Let's see. Some cloth socks. Just a whole bunch of socks. Reason why I know is because I gave the branch about $30 or $40. Okay. And like, did they basically have to count them in a specific order? Huh. I don't know if that's just like your individual bank or if that's a Canadian thing, but that's really strange. Look at the bank teller was just not impressed and she had an annoyed look because how neat counters and dimes and nickels. Yeah, like, gods forbid that they actually do their job for a change. Oh, look. Do you see this? You see all this bone that we're like grinding into powder? Some of this is like the dwarf hammer dwarf corpse bone. We're literally using the bones of zombies to make our own steel. I don't know about you, but I think that's kind of fucking metal. And you might be wondering, hang on a second, how is that allowed? Why is that something that the game is allowing? I thought that dwarves were not, I thought dwarves weren't able to make crafts out of the bones of sentient creatures. Now here is this one weird trick. Dwarves do not consider zombies to be sentient creatures. So, if you hit a zombie dwarf, if you kill a zombie dwarf and reduce it down to bones, then the game no longer considers it to have been a sentient creature, which means that dwarves are a-okay with making crafts out of zombie bones. Meanwhile, I am going to start assigning everybody in the tower guard a giant bat. It may not be the most effective like war animal. Hell, they literally cannot be trained for war. They have to be trained for hunting. But it's better than nothing. And I also think it's a really cool aesthetic. All of these grim-looking spear dwarves, outfitted in dwarven steel, you know, with a massive bat that is like many times greater in size than themselves. I like that. Also, given tubs of coins to a credit union, you simply dump it into a machine and the machine it'll work. See, this is the thing. Unions unions are full of smart people, you know? They're like, how can we automate this? How can we make sure that the work is all done automatically? What device can we use to save our labor? Used another bank that's popular here. That's fair. Like, I know credit unions aren't popular everywhere yet, but here's hoping that they continue to grow in size and in reputation. What's wrong about banks having that? I mean, I'm fairly certain that like most of the smart ones would. But maybe that it depends on, I guess it depends on the size of the bank. Okay, warm dig, keep going. I know there's not any magma there, so you're fine. There we go. All right, so we're also going to put some jewelers' workshops over here because I want the ability to decorate our best crafts in jewelry. We'll have some craftsdwarf workshops over here to do the same with bones and shells and that sort of thing. This is going to become a real like center of industry for our dwarves. You smell nerds? Well, hello there, Chaos Beam. It's good to see you. How's your Fortress Friday going? Yeah, this is good shit though. All this efficiency and shit. We got please go. Oh my, please, in God, please in go dump. To have, I love listening to pretty people in. Oh, please info dump. Oh, gotcha. Okay, well, so this is the Fortress of GraveGate. It is a fortress that is run by a dwarf that aspires to be a necromancer because she is tired of her civilization being pushed around and manipulated by every necromancer and intelligent undead and secret society in the world. So she wants to become her own necromancer so that she can be the one that does the corrupting and to keep her own people safe from that same corruption unless it's done by her. So she's built this big old tower here, and she's hoping to lure the monarch of our civilization out into this area. Partly to impress him, and partly for other more nefarious means. We are also raiding a nearby tower because we don't have the ability to create necromancers ourselves. Thank you for the head pats, Order. How you doing? Hydrate and unshrimp. So we're attacking a necromancer tower to try and steal their books. They started the attack, but then we, we did build our place near theirs, and we started building a tower.
Trans rights. Damn it.
Hello, Sid. How you doing today? Yeah, we have a trans rights button, and it does a different trans rights every time you press it. Thank you for the delicious egg. Also, when you say the word trans, it throws a like a little trans heart at me. Okay, in fact, we're gonna send out our primary military squad to try and steal books. Okay, the only thing that we want is important treasures, nothing else. So, our best military squad is going out there to try and steal books from them.
Hey, bitch!
Hello, listen.
Trans rights, fuck turfs.
So yeah, we've dug our way deep down to the magma sea, and we're using the magma as a fuel source so that we can create our we can do all of our forging down here without having to need any fuel, except apparently just a little bit of like charcoal for things like for making steel. So yeah, we're gonna make a couple of wood furnaces down here just to kind of finish off the complement here. This, among many other things, this is a fortress that has a great number of weaponsmiths. Because because a guild of like talented weaponsmiths demanded a hall to allow them to teach others how to smith weapons. So now anyone who is curious about how to learn can just simply walk in the door, and people will pass on their knowledge to anyone who wishes to learn. So now some of our weapons are really damn good. We've even had a child who had a strange mood and created a beautiful golden mace. And you might think, if you've not been here before, that a golden mace might not necessarily be a good weapon, but this game considers density of the material being used for the hammer or the mace. So actually, yeah, a gold mace is really good. And because artifacts are indestructible, we don't have to worry about any wear and tear. It's not been an easy mission. We've had a whole lot of people trying to raid us, and both with overt attacks and covert attempts to subvert our fortress. It is pretty OP. It could be worse. It could have been platinum, and that would have been one of the most powerful things we could make. Okay, let's take a look at the raid report. In the late spring, the Key of Slaughters slipped into Arrow Planet undetected by the Veiled Meetings. And it looks like we started stealing treasures. Let's see. We searched the place. We found books called Mastering the Tower, Exploring the Tower, The World of the Scroll, It Must Have Been Duty, Time Spent with the Composition, Errors in the Hamlet, The Tower for Students, The Interpretation of the Tower, The Mysteries of Humans, and My Thoughts on Raish Burial Death, The Ashen. So, most of those are books about the tower, because when a necromancer builds a tower, one of the first things they like to do is make books about how gosh darn amazing their tower is. The other thing that they make books on is the secrets of life and death. And it's that particular book that we want. Like, sure, all of the other books are nice to have, because our dwarves like reading. They like learning things, even if it's mostly just this one necromancer and all of her students basically making like guidebooks for how cool their tower is. But yeah, one of them has the ability, when we read it, to turn our dwarves into necromancers themselves. And that's the one that Uzol cares about. So our people are back. We are going to send them right back out to try and steal from that place once again. After all, they keep attacking us. We may as well attack them right back. Okay. Go back out. Raid arrow platted. Only take important treasures. And go. So yeah, only one of the books that in the tower has the ability to give someone the secrets of life and death. Once they do that, Uzol will commandeer the book for herself. And basically try to turn everyone into necromancers. It's a consumable? No, it can be reused. So yeah, basically she wants to read the book and then keep it locked up. Now, if she's... There is the chance that she might write her own version of that book. But, you know, we'll see. We can...
Hello? It's
Oh.
a raid.
Hello, DJ Empirical. Thank you very much for the raid. For those who don't know me, my name is Lola, the world's only Molotov cocktail VTuber. I checked. And today is Fortress Friday. That day we play Dwarf Fortress. You brought tarts. I love tarts. One of my favorite things to get when I go to Sonic. Oh, you were playing Dwarf Fortress 2? Hell yeah. Oh. Something evil is emerging from this newly exposed pocket? Oh no. Oh no. That's a demon. A kangaroo fiend. But yeah, tell me about your fortress. What were you making? We're making a necromancer tower here. And yeah, for those of you who for those of you who are just here and you want to if you need to get up, you need to stretch your legs, if you need to grab a drink, if you need to get a snack, or if you just need to go to sleep because it's been a really long stream, I totally get it. Otherwise, feel free to stick around. We just unleashed a demon upon the fortress. Alright, so we're gonna just cancel all the dig orders here. A very large skinless kangaroo. It has large mandibles and it has a bloated body. Beware its hunger for warm blood. So making a gladiator arena for captured goblins and whatnot. I love gladiator arenas. One of my favorite things to do with gladiator arenas is to get something like an Etin and put it in the arena with a werebeast. Because once the Etin has killed the werebeast, you can guarantee that, sure, it's killed that werebeast, but the werebeast has bitten the hell out of it, which means that every full moon, that Etin turns into a werebeast, which means that you have your very own regenerating gladiator. Sure, it can't use weapons or armor like a whole lot of other gladiators, but it sure will live forever. Alright, so this miner here is probably about to die in a very spectacular fashion. Yep. Kind of expected that, though. We're gonna have to be real careful here. Okay, backup plan. We're gonna put a couple of doors in place, make them the top priority to fill in, and then we'll lock the door if we can. Nope, there's not gonna be time to do that. That thing is racing in with murderous intent. Oh, that child is about to die. Yeah, I'm glad that you like to look for new Dwarf Fortress games. That's really cool. And thank you very much for the follow. I should throw a flaming bottle of love through the windows of your heart. Thank you for being follower number 1574. I'm about to clear the rewards queue. Oh, I know what's coming then. Thank you for the heads up. And Roboto, thank you for the head pats. How you doing? Are all systems nominal? Oh, thank you.
Thank you for patronizing the cocktail lounge. Enjoy your stay.
Oh, yep. That's a dead child, all right. Everyone get to the fucking burrow if you can. And Bunny Flab, thank you very much for the follow. I should throw a flaming bottle of love through the windows of your heart. Thank you for being follower number 1576. Oh, this thing is, where's the military? Okay. We've got the spear dwarves down here. They are not our best dwarves, but our best dwarves are currently out trying to steal a necromancer tome. So they're just gonna have to do. Like, yeah, they are adept spear dwarves, so let's just kind of hope that these people will be enough. These poor children, we put so much time into teaching them how to smith weapons. Well, if you, well, thank you. That's very sweet of you. Wow, people are actually coming in to try and fight this thing? Why settle for the tome? Steal a necromancer. We actually do have a couple of necromancers as hostages, but Uzol wants to become a full-blown necromancer herself. Okay, this thing is dodging. The fact that it's surrounded by so many of these dwarves who think that they have a chance is, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, that's someone's finger. See that you joke, but there actually is potentially a good combat application for a necromancer that you can use to bring people back from the dead. Yeah, the Dwarf Fortress soundtrack is really good. But yeah, we're actually at a point where we need to take a quick ad break. So I suggest that you'll get up, stretch your legs, grab a drink, do whatever it is that you need to do, and I will be right back.
Is the plan you're looking for? In the case of nuclear or radiological fallout, people living around potential targets such as military bases and chemical plants may be advised to evacuate. Protection from radioactive fallout will require taking shelter in an underground area or in the middle of a large building. Fallout shelters can be any protected space where the walls and roof are thick and dense enough to absorb radiation. The more distance and time you put between you and the fallout particles, the better. After radiological or nuclear fallout, you shouldn't leave your shelter until officials say so. The length of your stay can range from a day or 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the extent of the contamination. People who are allowed to come out of hiding may be evacuated.
Oh man. This is, you know, I'm pretty sure we'll survive this. The only problem is how many dwarves will die in the process. It's only one demon. Welcome back. Thank you, Roboto. By the way, if you're looking for like good Dwarf Fortress music, one thing that I would absolutely recommend is Simon Swerver. Swerver, I think it's pronounced. If you look up Dwarf Fortress Danger Room, then yeah, you'll find him. But yeah, it's a fantastic soundtrack. Okay, it's not taking any hits yet. Maybe it's about to. Okay, so this is okay, an axe dwarf. Thank you for the headpad, Sid. How are you doing today? Okay, that's a swing and a miss. Okay, look, there is a stab there. Stabs the kangaroo fiend in the left rear foot with her steel spear, chipping the bone. Ligament has been torn and a tendon has been torn. Force twists the he's the one who made the main soundtrack. Yes! Like, for the longest time, he was doing, like, unofficial stuff to the point where they were so enamored with his work that they actually decided to take him on officially. Okay, he is bleeding. Okay, he has been stabbed a whole bunch. Okay, in the left leg again, the steel spear got lodged in the wound. The axe dwarf bites the kangaroo fiend. Oh my god, okay. You know what, we're gonna give you the unofficial title of Demon Biter. If you live through this, then you will be a legend. Get to see a big brother and godson in 2 days? That's fantastic. I hope you have a good time. Oh, there's a whole bunch of, like, splattered goo there. Okay, more people are joining in the fight here. More stabbing, more biting. Okay, it looks like we've got this contained. More people dying. There's a bunch of guts there. Oh, that's not good. Oh, looks like a whole bunch of its teeth have been taken out. Okay, it's done. It's done. We didn't lose that many people. Overall. We're just centering Kofi Pot's message. Nice. Say hi to Scunthorpe, but I understand that reference. The kangaroo fiend was struck down by the dwarf Moses Bomrex Saxul using a steel spear. Okay, we need to find that dwarf. There you are. You gain the official title of Demon Slayer. I wonder, is this thing butcherable? Is it edible? Probably not, since demons tend to be intelligent. Still, no harm in checking, right? Oh man, everyone is just stunned, I think, after that. Still, we survived. My voice is truly one for radio. Thank you. That's really sweet of you. Okay, so that may have been terrible, But you know what? On the bright side, we now know that those diamonds are safe to take. Okay, so we have bone powder. It just won't make any, God, don't you love the app? I get a bunch of that on like other apps too, of it being just like, no, that's a bad word. You can't say that. Ooh, the Gloved Adventures have returned. They're just like, hey guys, what did we miss? And, you know, 4 dwarves are dead because a demon got out. But hey, let's see what happened. We slipped in once again, undetected. Let's see. We got Pathways to Arrow-Platted, Better Arrow-Platted, Master of the Tower, Heatherwald, A New Approach, Attis Thunder Oils After the End, The Tower Questioned, The Study of the Human, Treatise on Thicket Meeting Fortress, The Author, A New Approach, and Commentary on the Tower. Right? That is your God-given right. Alright, so if there's one thing that I've learned about these things, is that it's, one thing that you can safely do is you can carve fortifications into these things, and it's a slower process, to be sure. Sure, yeah, it's definitely slower, but it's also safer, because we can then make little fortifications in there. We, and then that lets us peek in and see if there's anything dangerous inside. Cocks out for leftism. True though. God, it makes me smile, like, whenever anybody, I need what is merch. I would love more merch. I have a site, like, I have a fucking, I have, like, a couple of places where I potentially sell merch, but there's just a whole thing about that, you know? Cocks out for leftism. Yeah. I wish I could finish a sentence today, but no, the only problem with that is, like, just finding the time to set it all up, you know? You okay there, sweetie? Okay, you know what? We're gonna also make some mason workshops down here, just because we're gonna need stuff made out of stone. Lola Conid, the dwarf pale corpses here. I'm pretty sure that they're wanted for crimes. Alright, Captain of the Guard, I need you to schedule an interview with this like really sketchy dwarf. Some of the nicest things. God, y'all are just real being so sweet to me today, and I don't know how to handle it. Thank you. Oh, he's already leaving. Or is he? Oh hey, it looks like our captain of the guard has a new hat. Oh, they got a coat. Yeah, nice. Alright, so before we were interrupted, we're gonna go and raid Arrow Plathead once more. Only take important treasure, and out you go. Sometimes you see monsters just wander off the map solo. Yeah, it'll happen sometimes. Okay, we'll make this area like a little mausoleum. Playing Xbox games on your VR? Hell yeah. It's impressive that you're able to still talk in chat. And cocktail weenies, those are amazing, aren't they? Okay. We're gonna make strategically placed fortifications here, so that we can see beyond into the square next to them. And then that way we can see if it's safe. Okay, looks like we cannot butcher up that demon. Oh, gotcha. Well, hey, that's I'm really glad that you have chosen to multitask in such a cool way. It makes me so happy knowing that so many people are just kind of hanging out here, you know? And makes me happy that I can do some good with the space that I've got. We checked that stone for heat. What devilry is this? Hey, there we go. We were able to successfully check that stone. We were able to contain that fire. Yeah, unfortunately, no demon brew burgers, which is a damn shame. I'm sure they would have been tasty. I have a thought, but it's something that I want to check in on at a different point. Do we have a site to Stozu? We do not. I thought I'd bookmarked it. What do you mean, not yet assigned? Damn it. Okay, we're just gonna have to take a look around and see if we can find that beast again. Because there's a beast out there still that spits webs, and I want to know where the hell it is. So I want to try and capture it. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of wood down here. Now we can make some charcoal. And once we make at least 1 unit of charcoal, we should be able to make more steel. The gloved adventures have returned. Okay, What's your latest report, dwarves? We slipped in undetected. Man, this necromancer, either this necromancer is getting sloppy, or our dwarves are just getting really good at stealing. Let's see. The World Without Arrow Platted, Mysteries of the Tower, Musings on Storage, Discourse on the Tower, Heatherwald, The Definitive Guide, Arrow Platted, A Quandary, A Meditation on the Dwarf, The History of the Tower, The Dwarf, Fact or Fiction, The Tower, and then it looks like the Dwarf Pale Corpse, Lolor Master Rocks, spotted us slipping out. Dwarf Reportress. That's good. Okay, so now we just keep this up and we carefully chip our way into new areas. We get the obsidian, we get the diamonds, and then we make some damn fine crafts. Yeah, look at Zelda. She's very cute. She's also had her treats tonight, but she remains ever hopeful because she recognizes that if she sits there, she might get some, she might get treats. Look, it's lovely too. Indeed. So I guess that there's just a big volcanic wall of gems around there. If we keep exploring, who knows? Maybe we'll even find a, maybe we'll even find, the adamantine. Okay, we've got some big old sacks of bone powder there. Now we're making some charcoal. I like how they're doing this diagonally, because that way it makes it a lot safer to just look in. Oh, okay, that's safe then. The forgotten beast Nomar has come. A towering alligator with lidless eyes. It has two stubby tails and it squirms and fidgets. Its aqua scales are round and set far apart. Beware, its noxious secretions. Okay, is this thing close enough to... Is it gonna find lizard people? Or is it gonna find another forgotten beast? I'm pretty sure based on the cavern layer it's on that it's gonna run into the lizard people. Noxious secretions are not all that dangerous unless you have like exposed flesh. But then it could just be completely random what it does. Okay. It has left our sight. Not a whole lot we can do about that. Ooh, Fournet has made a masterpiece saguaro fruit cake. Someone here eating a coffee cherry casserole. Love that. So it could be worse. Could be poisonous gas. All right, so all of those books, those are all very well and good. But you know what they aren't? Those are not the books that contain the secrets of life and death. Because none of them had the key words that indicate that they are a book with the secrets of life and death. Now let me show you. What exactly constitutes a book with the secrets of life and death in? Let's see. I know that the original, been harassing nearby necromancers hoping to steal that type of book. Hello, Blue Lobster, how you doing? Yeah, exposing my shoulders on Twitch. God, I'm glad that that's not as scandalous as hips, apparently. Okay. We're not gonna give up though. We are gonna keep on keeping on. Keep on stealing on even. Yeah, I'm hoping that one of them makes it here eventually. But yeah, we're just gonna keep attacking that tower until we get the right one. Oh shit. One of those places had magma in. Well, I guess I can only assume that someone probably melted in there. We're gonna lock that down until this kind of burns itself out. Sometimes it's a dangerous job smithing at, well, mining at this depth, you know?
Thank you for patronizing the cocktail lounge. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you very much for the follow. Excuse me, Olivia. Yeah, thank you very much for the follow. I shall throw a flaming bottle of love through the windows of your heart. Thank you for being follower number 1576. Hope you're having a good day today. It is Fortress Friday, which means that we play Dwarf Fortress until I am tired. But yeah, right now we are raiding a necromancer tower in the hopes of stealing one of their books that contains the secrets of life and death. Looks like our dwarves are back from another raid. We'll see how that went in a second. I do have a Discord server, yes. Yeah, that is the cocktail lounge. We are... Yeah, I currently give the link out when requested rather than doing a Discord command. Mostly because I want to keep it safe just in case, you know? We cannot be too careful. Watching the Tyson versus Paul fight, and Paul's fighting like a bitch. Nice. Okay, so now that we've got some carbon here, we've got plenty of pig iron. So it's time to make some steel. Has he been beaten to a pulp yet? You know, I wonder. I've not seen it. Either way, it's not gonna look good for him. Alright, let's get some coffins down here. I think that, yeah, people are definitely going to need some, what with the demon attack that happened. Okay, they returned again already. Cool, cool. Oh. Oh, it looks like we were finally spotted coming in. We're no longer slipping in undetected. It looks like we actually had to do like a full-on battle. For once, Aurelia was not able to slip in unnoticed. So once this has gone through, we'll see what happened. Because when the dwarves are spotted, they don't just run away. No, we stay and we fight. Because it's not our way to simply stay. After all, Edri Gleamglow, who's the head of this tower, has fucked with our civilization for too long. Today we stand up and we work our damnedest to eradicate this threat now. Let's see how it worked out. In the early summer of 319, the Key of Slaughters attacked the Veiled Meetings at Arrowplatted. The dwarf Aurelia Scoured Bridge led the attack, and the defenders were led by the human necromancer Edri Gleamglow. We outmatched the necromancer with a cunning plan, and we had a strong positional advantage. We clashed with 10 Nightmares of Tar and slew them. Aurelia clashed with 5 Overroom's dogs and slew them. We clashed with 10 Monsters of Night and slew them. Clashed with 12 Tar's Mistakes and slew 10 of them. Clashed with 10 Stukos' dogs and slew them. Clashed with 9 Overroom's dogs and killed them. Clashed with 10 Monsters of Night and slew them. Clashed with 10 Stukos' dogs, slew them. Clashed with 34 Stukos experiments and slew 10 of them. Then we clashed with 7 animated dwarves, so like zombie dwarves, and slew them. Ooh. That's her, that's Edri Gleamglow. The human necromancer Edri Gleamglow happened upon the dwarf Einod Lancetones, the Fatal Smith, and was struck down. The leader of the tower, Edri Gleamglow, has been struck down. The one that we chose as our antagonist for this story, this campaign, the one who holds the secrets to our ascension of life and death, has been struck down. That's awesome. Like, she's been alive and screwing with us for like centuries now. Our civilization and dwarven kind in general have been under her thumb for far too long. Now we go to her tower and we slay her. We then, Aurelia clashed with a single Nightmare of Tar, slew that. Clashed with 10 Monsters of Night, slew them. Palm of Gravegate happened upon a dwarf necromancer, ripped off their neck, and then killed them. Ripped off their neck and then killed them. Dwarf necromancer happened upon the dwarf Archangel of Gravegate. Their head was ripped off and then was struck down. The dwarf pale corpse Ustuth Orbvault cornered Onal and was struck down. Aurelia Aurelia got ambushed by a necromancer and then struck it down. Another necromancer dead, another necromancer dead, a dwarf pale corpse was slain. We then clashed with 10 more Nightmares of Tar, 10 more Stukos' dogs, 7 Monsters of Necasper, 5 Sounded Showers Disasters, and 9 Stukos' dogs, and slew them all. God, the gloved adventurers return as they went in as thieves. They return as butchers, heroes. Let's take a look at our returning champions. Aurelia is now responsible for 26 kills. Let's see, which of these was responsible for slaying Edri? I'm pretty sure it was Uzol, I think. No, not them. Okay. Was it? Okay, we'll go through them in order. Was it Urvad? It was not. Was it Zugla? Paul won via score framing. He's legitimately, I say this, a bitch. So yeah, rather than trying to actually overpower him, he was just trying to win on a technicality. Like, dude, like Mike Tyson is like so much bigger and like so much like, and like you have to like beat him using technicalities. Like, yeah, that's that is very much like coward shit. There it is. Einod. Einod Lance tones the Fatal Smith. We are going to give Einod here a title. Slayer of Edri. And while she may have several apprentices, we also destroyed a whole bunch of them in that last attack. I say we're not done. We just got back, I know, but go back out there. After all, Edri is dead. Many of the necromancers were slain. They can no longer bring out quite so many corpses or experiments to stand against us. Like, let's capitalize on that. We gotta make sure that we gotta make sure that we are making the best of that situation. If there are fewer people to spot us going in, then there are fewer people to stop us from trying to take the book. Apparently, Uzol is not all that happy. Ate a meal, I'm content. Feels euphoric due to inebriation, content due to eating a fine dish in a very good dining room. Basically, a loss to a less qualified person. Yeah, she is definitely. Oh, hey, she's got a new dress. Cool. Yeah, they were roundly beaten because while they may be powerful necromancers with the secrets of life and death, you know what they don't have? They don't have military might. They don't have the skill necessary to command those people in battle. Whereas the gloved adventurers, they know war. They have the right equipment made by the best possible smiths. They know how to work together in unison. They know how to soundly destroy their foes. And this day, we have shown that that military might will win out over their insidious magic. But hey, once we have that magic for ourselves, we can combine the two. We can be unstoppable. Alright, so let's make some tombs for some of these dead dwarves. We gotta lay them to rest so that they don't come back to haunt us. Oh, I just realized what you were getting at, Sid. Yeah, I'm dumb. Yes. Once again, people losing to less qualified, people. Yeah, much like the election now. Oh, actually, okay. If we're gonna make a garbage chute, what we need to do is have a set of stairs and then dig down and then have a chute there. Make sure that there's like a little bit of room for like the splashing. Oh, you weren't being metaphorical. Fair enough. An elf dancer has been elected as mayor? Wow. People really do be just, Okay. People really do just be, electing elves for things. That's kind of cringe, people. God, really hoping the humans would have shown up by now, but oh well, I guess we can't have everything. Okay, we're gonna... I think the elves elect elves. It's a process of elf selection. Boo. Yeah, we're gonna have some smiths bunk down here so that we can make sure that they're close to the forges. Looks like the magma's slowly wearing out, which means that we'll be able to like cut out more of those diamonds at some point. Gloved adventures have returned once again. Report. We slipped in undetected, searched arrow-plated, we found captivated by the tower, true dwarf, a record of the tower, commentary on Zephon Earthenshove, my thoughts on Arrowplanet, the Trampled Hill, the Tower A Quandary, Mr. Fenced Crazes My Life, Beyond the Author, and Mastering the Dwarf. God. So many that, so many books, and none of them are what we want. Get back out there. This will be the last one before we let them have a break, you know? They have done so much for, they've done so much for us. They definitely deserve some rest. What do you think is, don't pretend that you think, Ash. you have made that very clear. Okay. You had an idea this morning? What was your idea? All right, yeah, let's get those gems cut up. Excessive amounts of cheese? Why do you need excessive amounts of cheese? Squash is screaming, the frog is menacing. Looks like the demon's corpse has actually just kind of dissipated. Oh wait, yeah, their mangled skeleton is still there. Cheese with potatoes. That's a pretty good combo. And yes, the frog is also suffering. It is important that the frog is suffering. Okay, so the wooden walls have now been replaced with jet. One thing that I want to get accomplished here is now I want to make sure that the keep is properly enclosed. Because as we've seen, creatures that have wings can just fly directly over us. Just like directly fly over the fortress. So yeah, we're gonna start sealing off this whole area with jet. One day you'll remember the entire phrase. Yeah, it's something like this is a picture of I think we had to specifically put either a toad or a green tree frog. Yeah, there's like a picture of a giant toad on a squash vine. The frog is devouring the squash vine. The squash vine is screaming. The frog is suffering. Looks like that magma is slowly burning itself out. We'll have to get back into there in a bit. But first... the bridges. Okay, so over here we're gonna have a bridge, and let's see. The idea behind this bridge is it's going to introduce we're going to introduce water directly into the into this chamber from above, from the caverns. Okay, so the chamber, okay. We need to dig over here. And we'll have to, like, very carefully introduce it. We'll put water into here, and then we'll cut our way into here. And then once we've introduced the two, we can essentially generate as much obsidian as we want. And then we won't need to necessarily dig out the volcanic walls. We'll have unlimited obsidian for as much stone crafting as we want. Okay. Looks like this time we had to attack. We unrolled a brilliant plan. Oh, they didn't even have any leaders. We clashed with 24 Stukos experiments, slew 10. Clashed with 2 Tar's mistakes and slew them. Wow, they are really running out of creatures to throw against us. But hey, like I said, I will give them a rest because they have earned it. They may not have unveiled the they may not have found the book that we're looking for just yet. Do you know what they found? They found Edri, our nemesis for this fortress, and they killed her. So even if we didn't find her book just yet, you know, we potentially stopped any attacks coming from that tower. And that is honestly huge. Now the thing is, that's not the only Necromancer tower that's been coming after us. There's one all the way up here, but it's not that one. It's even further up. Tempt Kindling. Another one here, Grouped Lovely. Slop Bud. Dish Squeezed. This is the one that's been sending creatures after us. To, like, intelligent undead trying to overthrow us. Still, this was huge. All right, I think the magma is safe enough at this point that we can, like, dig into it. And I guess we'll need a replacement or two, considering we lost a couple. Yes, cheese and potatoes and potatoes and cheese and cheese and potatoes and cheese. It does sound like a good combination. Oh, we need a mechanics workshop down here. Yeah, we can take advantage of all of the rock down here. Make some cool traps and things. And then one thing that I want to do once we start like really delving in here, because if there's one thing that this adventure has taught me, it's that any miners that go down here should receive some sort of combat training. So, you know, we'll take a whole bunch of people who know how to mine, and we'll give them like maybe a year or so of combat training. So that way, once the if they ever find any like monsters down there, then they'll be well equipped to fight them. All right, we'll pop a hatch there so that our enemies can't just like fly in and just go into the hatch. All right, and in all of this, let's see, where is Sid? Sid is currently decorating something with bone. What kind of bone, though? She has she's decorating a coffin with bone. And she's got a hood made of unicorn leather. Looks really nice. Goes well with her, like, silk trousers. Her, like, cat bone and dog bone jewelry. She's got some sheep hoof and sheep bone amulets. A couple of rings here. A crown. Doing well. Let's see. Lenny is currently smelting some hematite and is feeling pretty good about himself. Where is Uzol? Uzol is... Okay, she was angry before, but now she is merely displeased. Hopefully, going to sleep in her magnificent bedroom will help her. Content after sleeping in a very good bedroom. This is just very good. You have an artifact bed. All right, fine. We'll have the walls engraved. Maybe that will help. I tell you, this necromancer is a lady with high standards. Let's see. Endok Lolok Timnar, the Baron Consort of Tubes named Necromancer, is here. I don't know about y'all, but I don't really trust anyone here, especially if they're a necromancer. There is one thing that I have learned about necromancers is they're actually not the best kind of undead in this game. Sure, they don't feel pain and they don't die in the same way that most people do, but they are able to... Cyrokanu has become a geographer. Yeah, they are able to die from lack of breath. Because, yeah, we looked into Legends mode, and it turns out that necromancers can actually drown. Which is, you know, if you're gonna become an undead, kind of sucks that you still need to breathe. All right, we're gonna interview this necromancer because really need you to tell me what you're doing here. You may be a baron, but that doesn't mean that you're above the law. Is he literally just climbing up a tree to go over the walls? Son of a bitch. Wow, must have been really afraid of justice then. Alright, I'm gonna cut down those trees so people can't do that anymore. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna expand the tavern here. It's like, sure, it's got a lot of room for people to hang out in, but could be roomier. And while that's going on, we need more doors before we can get the obsidian generator going. Suppose it beats feeling like you're suffocating for eternity. That's, you know what? That's true. You're so right. Some migrants have arrived despite the danger. Cool. That's a delightful dwarven child there. Man. See, I don't want the dwarves to go over there to get the drinks. Yeah, there's just not enough room in the tavern. So we got to expand the storage in here. So yeah, we've got plenty of mugs in here. Migrants saved sense always feel fascinating because they don't care if you're under drugs. If they want to get in, they'll get in. The literal apocalypse could be happening and they deserve migrants showing up? What? I mean, I've had some places be like so dangerous that migrants don't show up. Like, some of them will say some migrants have arrived despite the danger. Some of them will say, like, the fortress attracted no migrants this season. And sometimes it will say, no one even considered making the journey to such an accursed death trap. And sometimes it'll say some migrants have arrived knowing that that this place may well be their tomb. Aw, hello, the Archangel. That's very sweet of you. You know what? Yeah, let's give the gloved adventures some time off. You know, they've earned it. You've you know, I'll be happy to fill you in on what's been happening. Your dwarf has been part of the raid of the Gloved Adventures, a squad of dwarves who have been raiding the local necromancer tower that's been attacking us. You've been stealing a ton of books. And we have even struck down the necromancer that was part of that group to begin with. Like, it's been heroic. Let's take a closer look at your dwarf. Archangel is currently... Okay, so since they're no longer doing some combat training, they're just making some socks. I put on a well-crafted item. I'm content. Maybe that new dog leather cloak. Do you have any... No, we have yet to find anything quite like that. But we did find a single demon in the in the downstairs area. Like down towards hell. Unfortunately, Archangel was away, like stealing necromancer books. Let's see. How many kills do you have to your name? You have slain, you've slain a necromancer, and you've also slain a Stukos experiment, a necromancer experiment, and then 22 other nameless creatures. Like, yeah, that is a hell of a body count. Lot of creatures dying. Lot of murder going on. Does he have any children yet? Unfortunately not. Since he's been out like raiding and everything, I guess he's not really had time to spend time with his lover Uzol the Ambitious. There's a lot of mud to be cleaned up here. Maybe it's time that we give them some downtime. In fact, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna assign everybody to the burrow, not because there's any danger, but because for the first time, we can breathe a sigh of relief, knowing that the danger is maybe past. Sure, maybe not all the danger, but a great deal of danger has passed. Yeah, we can breathe a little easier, knowing that a great deal of the danger is away from us. So yeah, let's get everybody into the tavern. Eat and drink. Get to know people. Spend time with your loved ones. Don't worry about tasks for a little bit, you know? How can society function without loyalty? We must be able to have faith in each other, says Uzol. She is wondering about that. Okay, she feels euphoric due to inebriation, but also feels annoyed at having a drink without using a goblet, cup, or mug. Watching performances. Felt humiliated without a proper dining room? But you have one. Okay, Archangel is getting drunk here. I'm just kind of having a wander around now. Okay, you know what? There's way too much blood and everything here, so yeah. For the sake of the game's frame rate, just gonna do a little spot clean. Okay, so we clean. Can I just do clean all? There we go. That should make things a lot easier. Okay, now Archangel apparently wants to read. One of the many books that we have stolen from the Necromancer Tower, these dwarves are now getting to spend their time looking at books. What is his reading skill like? A dabbling poet, knowledge, other skills. Okay, I guess he's not much of a reader yet. But hey, this gives him a chance to read. This goblin is reading The Tower Understood. Concerns the tower arrow platted. Yeah, necromancers just make a shitload of books about their tower. Like this one called Commentary on the Tower. The Trampled Hall. Concerns the acceptance of the dwarf necromancer Zuglar Mirrorbeak as a member of the Trampled Hall. Yeah, all about the secret societies that they build, the towers that they make. Lenny is reading a book called Ivory Wax in the Time of My Ancestors. 158-page book concerns the Forest Retreat Ivory Wax. Prose is passable. Okay, we're gonna make some choirs. Basically, books with no binding. Once we make some of those, we should be able to write some of our own. All right, Fornea is saying that she has improved her cooking. That was satisfying. Cool, we're making some more pots to put food in. Yeah, I need people to be happier, you know? Archangel and Uzol are never gonna get married if they aren't happier. Where is all this cat blood coming from? Is there a cat that's just really badly injured? Oh, hang on, here it is. This cat is pale. Must have lost a lot of blood. You know what, let's just, I hate seeing animals being, like, injured, so just heal that cat up and hope that that's what caused it. Hey, yeah, have a drink if you want to, you know? Archangel felt satisfied after reading 1, 2, 4 different times. Reading and learning. Okay, so reading 2 different books and then learning them. Nice. Blissful remembering sleeping in a fantastic bedroom. And now he's gonna go and get himself something to eat. Okay, I think we've got enough, meals, because the ones that we do have are rotting here. Damn. That's a shame. Okay. We're just cleaning up everything and then... Okay. We literally just cleaned everything. So what is up with... Okay. This cat is seriously injured. I don't like having injured animals. Okay, maybe now it will stop trailing blood everywhere. Okay. Oh, okay. Now that we have choirs for Uzol to copy, now she's reading, she's feeling interest and wonder. And now she's copying the books so that we can have multiple copies of those books. Something for her to do. I love that. That should improve her skills with reading and writing. And there we go, back to the cat blood again. I don't get it. Alright, well, we'll pause the burrow and let people get back to work. Alright, Uzol wants querns built again. Just so many querns. We did not yet steal the book that we need. The one that has the secrets of life and death. But that's okay. We worked really hard to topple the tower. Yeah, we tried really hard. We as far as we can tell, the necromancers there are all gone. We have slain them. And so we should not expect any further attacks. So yeah, we can at least rejoice there. Yeah, but basically any of our attacks now there are basically going to be us combing the place over and trying desperately to find that book. In fact, let's see. The only reason that we're not doing it now, thank you for the head pats. The only reason we're not doing it at this moment in time is because I wanted to give everybody time off, you know? give Uzol and Archangel time to like see their loved ones. All right, how much steel do we have? We have 701 iron. That's a shit ton of iron. This cat is seriously injured as well. Hopefully this is, maybe that was the one that was trailing blood everywhere. I guess we'll see. All right, looks like she's having some good good stuff about copying books. I like that. I like that. Billy's helping clean up all the cat blood. We're really gonna have to figure out where the hell all of that cat blood is coming from. And why exactly there's like one cat running around bleeding everywhere. This cat's seriously injured too. Not anymore. All right, folks, what do you think? One last raid on the tower before we call it for the night? Yeah, like I know that there were several cats outside when the necromancer abominations attacked. So, starting to think it probably had something to do with that. All right, Gloved Adventures, get your gear on. We are going out one more time. The Tower of Arrow Platted. We raid it. We take important treasures. Hell, loot whatever you can find. We will, we'll see what's causing this. Yeah, we'll see what's causing the bleeding maybe at some point. Yeah. Oh. Uvash Faikod Denseb, the weaponsmith, withdraws from society. They're in a secretive mood. And as a weaponsmith, that means that they're gonna make us a hell of a weapon. They're gonna claim a forge, and let's see, what are they gonna grab? Hopefully some steel. Okay, some jet blocks. Okay. Yeah, everybody, yeah, please make more steel. We desperately we want this dwarf to make the best possible item. Okay, let's see. Oh, they've got gold. Okay, maybe they'll make another blunt weapon. Let's find out. Even if they don't, it'll still be a hell of a weapon as like a display piece. Okay, Archangel is the last one out. And there they go. Boom. It's a good thing that Necromancer Tower is really close, because it means that we just we can go in real quick, we can attack, and then be home real quick too. Okay, the gloved adventures have returned. What's your report? Okay, it looks like they attacked the tower. There's still a whole bunch of experiments there. I guess we'll just have to wait until next time to really make sure that we get that book. We were close. We were really close. Uvash works secretly. They've got gold, jet, bloodstones, and Kenaf cloth. Oh, and looks like one of our weaponsmiths gave birth to a girl. Hell yeah. Well, let's see what this artifact turns out to be, and then we'll call it a day. We'll allow the gloved adventures some off-duty time. So now Archangel is making some furniture. A dwarf of many talents. And now it looks like Uzol wants to attend a meeting. Oh, and now she has decided not to, and she's gonna go drink instead. Alright then. Okay. Uvash Fikod Denseb, the weaponsmith, has created Usan Umaz Gikut Gasol, a gold short sword. He offers it to the Pale Jesters. A gold short sword. Not good as a, yeah, by no means is it useful as a weapon, but as a display piece? Beautiful. Its name translates to Murder Rampaged, the Dabbler of Breath. That's such a cool name for such a useless weapon. This is a gold short sword. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of gold, rectangular jet cabochons, and kenaf. On the item is an image of Locum Gemhailed the Dwarf and dwarves in Bloodstone. Locum Gemhailed is surrounded by the dwarves. This artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Locum Gemhailed to the position of King of the Key of Slaughters in the year 85. Like I said, terrible as a weapon, but beautiful as a display piece. Alright, I'm just gonna try and let it roll over to autumn here before we call it a night. Oh, here we go. It's autumn. So that should mean that the dwarves in the mountain home will come to visit. Okay. So we didn't get everything that I wanted to done tonight. And that's okay. We definitely did get a lot done that I did want to do. And there's an injured cat. Don't like that at all. That's a seriously injured cat. Don't want that. Okay. Stop bleeding everywhere. Why is it still injured? Huh. Okay, yeah, it just ends up being injured again. Well, maybe next time we'll have to start culling the cats to put them out of their misery. Either way, we'll leave that for next time. It'll be autumn, and we'll go ahead and we'll just see what comes. But hey, massive achievements tonight. We slew Edri Gleamglow. You know, we absolutely just broke them.
Trans rights.
You know, we not only that, but we destroyed every last one of the necromancers that is there. The only necromancers that are left are sitting in cages. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, hit the subscribe button, and remember that the world is only as dark as we allow it to be.